Hey, this is Lilith CZAR, and you're watching EMP. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Growing up, listening to iconic artists like David Bowie and Elton John and Queen. And the idea of coming to the UK was almost like a fantasy. You know what I mean? Like where so many of my idols come from. So it just kind of felt like this thing in the middle of the sky that was like one day. And so finally getting to come here and do it was a dream come true. It's so hard to pick just one. I can say that this has been probably my favorite tour I've ever done. And I don't know if that's the energy of this well, I can say that it's the energy of this specific audience. Black Veil Brides and my type of music, we kind of attract a really big type of personality, a loud person, a person who wants to rock, a person who wants things dramatic and wild. And so, with that comes this almost palpable energy in the room when you're playing that I always say this: if the crowd is excited, we have a fantastic show, because there's something that's emanating off of them that you're receiving as a performer, and you're just giving it right back to them. So every night has felt like extremely exhilarating. I can't, to pick one moment would be so hard. I would say London and Glasgow. Not to hate on any of the other cities, because they were freaking fantastic, but there was just something about both of these nights that Glasgow was like a defining moment for me, and just in my performing and professional career, where I felt like it all of a sudden hit me that I was like what I was doing, and it was just, I don't know, it was very surreal. Well, I have been in the studio. Yes. I have been recording, working with my producer Scott Stevens, who is amazing. I don't have a date for new music, but I can say that I am currently in the studio and I am writing new music, and there are new songs recorded. There's no time. There's no time to pass by. It is a rat race on the road. It is a up at dawn siege. You are go, 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 go. Like, you don't even get to sit down and eat meals. Yeah. You long drives, getting into the hotel. You're at the hotel for maybe 8 hours, so you go to sleep because you've got to rest for your voice and maintain your body health. And then you're up and you're showering and you're packing all your shit and then you're getting in the van. And then, there would be time to pass time in the van, but my fucking service doesn't work here. So I have had I do download podcasts and stuff. So one of my favorite things to do is to listen to podcasts. And my favorite podcasts are true crime podcasts. I'm a freak when it comes to true crime and serial killers and stuff like that. I've listened to everything. I read books. I'm really demented, but it's just fascinating to me. And then my other favorite podcast right now to listen to is called The Rewatcher, which is about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it is so good. If you're a Buffy diehard fan like me, I promise you will love this podcast. Anyways, this interview is not about The Rewatcher. I love you ladies, though, that do it. Hi, pick me. I want to be on your show. Totally, you should have me on your show. I watch a lot of documentaries, obviously listen to music. Other than that, I'm really into fashion. I really get into the aesthetic of my photos and my music videos, and so I like to draw and put together Pinterest boards of what I want things to look like. I actually do design jewelry, so that's a few other things that I do on the side. Oh, what have I been listening? I've been listening to a lot of David Bowie, because come on. Look where I am. I've been listening to Foo Fighters, Creeper. I love Creeper so much. They're such nice guys. What a good band. Yeah, my God. I got really into the new Hailstorm record. I went out on tour with them last year, and so that has been in my rotation. Yeah. Typo Negative, getting into The Damned, re-listening to it again, because I grew up listening to goth punk and all of that. And so just I find myself, for nostalgic purposes and purposes of kind of reigniting that spark that I had when I was younger for music, I love to go back and listen to stuff that I listened to as when I was little. I dip into the classics like Fleetwood Mac and the Stones and Beatles and all of that. Yeah. Buffy is like my go-to, like I need a hug. Other than that, I really love Game of Thrones, of course. I love Downton Abbey so much. You might not think that, but like me and Andy, we love Downton Abbey because it's just, it's so mundane, but with this, it's just very comforting. It's like a super comforting show, and their little dramas that they get into are so, it's just, I don't know, I love that show. And then movie-wise, my favorite movies are Labyrinth.
Because of David Bowie.
Of course, I mean, dance, magic dance. I love The Princess Bride. Love that movie so much, so good. Mainly because like I watched it when I was like 4 years old, and I was like, oh, I want to be a princess. Gosh, I mean, the list goes on, really. I love horror movies. Horror is my favorite genre, for sure. I just watched this horror movie that came out in 2022 called Barbarian. It blew my fucking mind. It was unbelievable. Halfway through the movie, Andy, we were sitting up in our bed just staring at the TV like, what is happening? It was so, you have to watch it. Okay. It is fantastic. Okay, well, technically, this is a character. Ziggy Stardust. I would love to sit down with Ziggy. Like, it's so interesting to me to find out where artists like go to discover alter egos, like world building. You know, that was something David Bowie was so fantastic at, which was creating a character and then building a whole like fictional fantasy world around that character. And like, does it come from drugs, or does it or does it,
you go to that place?
Did you meditate?
What, take mushrooms?
Yeah, did you walk like really far for a long time? Like, why? Just to, you know, I like to know people's methods. I haven't done karaoke in maybe like 10 years, and that's because it's embarrassing. I don't want to be that person that like goes out with my friends and then
take themselves
and I'm like, now listen to me, the professional, and then sing to everybody. Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, that just feels icky. Like, you do it, I'll watch and judge you silently, and then like, I don't, But if I had to, probably Heart alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Women are insanely powerful. We're so incredibly powerful that the subjugation and what we've had to deal with for so many centuries was forced upon us because of the power that we have and what we can create together. Do not ever question your thoughts, beliefs, things that you want to say because of what somebody may think of you. Never, ever back down just because you don't want to come off a certain way. Stick to your guns and have follow through with what it is that you want, and do not let anybody stand in the way of that.
That is very powerful.
Being a woman is awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Sorry, boys. No, I'm just kidding. I really love men. I love all people. I love all. It doesn't matter what you identify as. When it comes down to it, we are all human beings. We are all people. The only thing that is making us different is how we choose to identify and how we choose to carry ourselves, and every single person is an equal, and we all should just get along. Happy days.
Everyone was kind and nice to each other.
I know. Wouldn't that be a world?
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. It was so lovely talking to you.
It was so good to talk to you.
Looking forward to having you back in the UK and in Europe, and like new music.
Yes. Soon. I will be back here for sure. This has been my favorite experience of my professional career. I mean, of my life. I mean, quite honestly, it's just been the best. I'll be back. New music is coming, and I love you all.